In this video, I'm going to talk about the funded scholarship of government of Russia, and I will show you the process step by step how to apply to this scholarship. The Russian government scholarship will cover all your expenses during your studies in Russia. Let's see the benefits of this scholarship. Full tuition fees will be covered, monthly allowance will be given to the student to pay accommodation and food as well. The scholarship will cover you one preparatory year to study Russian language for free before you start your main program. Let's see the eligibility criteria. Comparing to other scholarships, I found the Russian government scholarship doesn't really have difficult criteria. If you have a strong document and you apply in the right way, so you have a high probability to get accepted in this scholarship. So I will show you the process to apply in the right way. Now let's see the criteria. First, the Russian government scholarship doesn't require you to have a minimum age to apply. Anyone can apply no matter your age. The scholarship doesn't require you to have a minimum GPA. Some scholarship requires you to have 3 GPA, 3.5, but the Russian government scholarship doesn't require you to have a minimum GPA. The scholarship doesn't require you to have English certificate or Russian certificate because they offer you one preparatory year to go to study the Russian language before you start your main program. So let's see the required documents. This scholarship has two stages. Now you only need to apply for the first stage. After being accepted in the first stage, then you will apply for the second stage. Now let's see the application of the first stage. The required document are only two and you can add optional document as well. First, you need to have the copy of your passport and your certificate and transcript as well. So you can add more your recommendation letter, you can add your CV, you can add any relevant document that you think can support your application. Now let's go to the computer. I'll show you the process step by step how to apply to this scholarship. This is the main page where we do the process of the scholarship. So you go through this website. So you come here until the end, admission process. Admission process. First, we need to see the necessary information. So you click here. Now these are the procedure you have to go through to apply for this scholarship. You have five steps. The first step, choose a university and a program. Second, prepare your documents and submit your application. Take a screening test in your country. The second stage of selection, get your student visa and come on over. Now first here, you have to choose one of the Russian universities across 82 regions, 741 universities. So you go through this information. I don't want to make the video long. So here, the scholarship each year consider 15 applicants, 15,000 foreign applicants are offered state funding to study in Russia for free. Next, you prepare your documents. So the document we have talked about that earlier, a copy of your passport or ID card, a copy of your academic certificate, your complete application form. We'll complete the application form just now. Photo, so you have to submit a photo for passport format. So now here they said the applicant must list up to 6 universities that you are interested in attending ordered by preference. Please make sure that all documents are translated into Russian and certified by a notary counselor. So this is only, you translate your document only for the second stage. But for the first stage, you don't need to translate any document. You just apply the original documents after being selected. In the first stage, then you need to translate your document and apply for the second stage. Okay, so now take screening test. Let's see now the necessary information here. So after being accepted in the first stage, you'll go through the second stage. The second stage, you go through the embassy, the Russian embassy in your country. So you go there, you submit your document, you may go through a quick interview, they check your documents, and if everything is okay, you have a high chance to get accepted. Now, let's see the second stage of selection. The duration of the selection stage, candidate applying for the stage funding and candidates using other sources of funding are reviewed by university. So see here, the process is how. The first stage, is the Ministry of Education of Russia will select the candidate in the first stage. And at the second stage, the universities will give you admission. If the university gave you admission, you will get the scholarship. If the university didn't give you admission, so you will fail the second stage. So here what they want to say, your application for admission, your document, identity, and citizenship with an authorized translation. So first, you don't need to translate your document. You're just submitting your document to the Ministry of Education. You submit them originally, the original document. After being selected in the first stage, then you will go through the second stage, which you need to translate your document. So after here, uh, your document or identity and citizenship, an academic certificate indicating your qualification, degree, obtaining a transcript, your certificate and transcripts, a certificate verifying that you have tested a negative for HIV. You have to do a test HIV and the result should be negative to apply for this scholarship and have no medical condition that would preclude you from studying in Russia. So you have to do a HIV test after being selected. After being selected, when you applying for the second stage, so you need to do this medical test, and you need to have a photo. So let's go through the application quickly. So now here, the first thing you need to do is to create an account. Come here, my account. So you have to create an account. I have already created one account. So here you need to, how can I say, to register first. You come here, register. You write here your last name, your first name, your country. So here you put the, how can I say, you put your country, your email, your password, you confirm your password, you write here the captcha code, you agree with the conditions, and you click register. You'll receive an email, you open your email, you confirm your account, and you come back here. Here you put your address, email, and your password, then you sign in. I have already created one application, but for you, you just need to create new application. Come here, click new application. Okay, so now here, when you click create new application, you will get a page like this. So the first thing to do is to add your photo here. You upload your photo here, white background for passport format. So you click, you write here your short name, you here short name translate in Russia, so it's not really compulsory. All all sections having red star are compulsory to complete. So here you need to write your name. Next, here your place of birthday, your date of birthday. So here you write your gender, male or female. Here you mention your family status. And now here you don't need to touch any one of these. These are for those who are living in Russia and those who are having. So here you come citizenship, you precise your citizenship. For example, I'm from Chad. You go here. This section is so important here. Visa information. If you are already in Russia, you don't need visa. So you say visa not required. If you are not yet in Russia, you're outside, so you put here visa required. When you put visa required, you have to precise the country where you will get the visa. So you choose your country. For example, I am from Chad, but I am now living in Malaysia. So I have to write where I have to get the Russian visa. You write the country where you are living in now because you don't need, how can I say, after to move to another country simply because of visa. So you write the country where you are living in right now, where you get the visa. So after you mention the city, you get the visa. So Kuala Lumpur here. So candidate passport detail. You write here your passport number, your date of issue, date of expiry, your residential address. Here you write the country where you are living right now. So you write your country where you are living right now. So here you write the postal code, the region, state, the town, the address, street, house, building, apartment, Now here you come to the educational information. The highest level of education you receive, you have to precise here whether you're coming from secondary school, so you just precise secondary general education if you're coming from high school. If you have a bachelor degree, you want to go for master, you precise here undergraduate degree. If you have a master, you want to go for PhD, you precise here you have a master degree, or you have any one of these equivalents. Now you precise the name of the institution, of your previous institution, the country of the institution, the city, the address, and the year of graduation from this institution. Now here, candidate contact information, you put your address, email, you put your phone number, make sure you put a valid phone number. Contact information for representatives. So here are your representative. So your tutor, the person is taking your responsibility. So whether your father, your parents, or your relative, or anyone is taking your responsibility, so you precise them here, your brother, father, etc. So after you put their name, their short name, you put their middle name, you put their phone number, their address, email, their citizenship, you put their birthday, and you save, then you go next. I didn't fill the information, so you just click next, it will go to the next page. So here where you choose a program, preferences and achievements, educational program. So the format in person, you have to travel to Russia to study there. So educational level, you have to choose one level. If you're applying for bachelor's degree, you put undergraduate. If you're applying for master's degree, you put master and PhD and postgraduate. So you have to choose one of these. So I will go through the undergraduate and it's the same process for all others. So field of study, you have to choose one specialty. So you click here and you wait for the system to load the available programs. So here there are a lot of couple of programs. In Russia, this scholarship you can choose. Here all programs are available around all Russian universities. So you just need to take time and look for the program that you are looking for. For example, the system here load the program after a few seconds. For example, here you go to the end of the list and you wait a few seconds so the system will load new programs. So you wait a little bit, the system will load new programs and you continue until you get the right program that you are looking for here. There's economy, psychology, sociology, laws, journalism. There is everything. There is health, science, biology, technology, engineering. There is everything you want. So you can choose one of these programs. So after choosing one program, then you continue with the choice of universities. They give you possibility to choose until 6 universities. First, you need to choose the first university according to the program. So you choose the first university, you choose the second university, the third until the sixth university. After this one, you go to language proficiency. The language proficiency, first, you need to add your Russian level, like Russian language level. If you don't know, just put no experience. And then the next, you add the language you speak now. If you speak French, if you speak English, if you speak any other language, you just mention it here and precise the level of the language as well. You can add more sections. So here, this section is also important. You don't have to forget this because you will learn Russian language for 1 year before you start your main program. To if you miss this section, you won't be able to study for free this 1 year. So you have to click here. I would like to attend a preparatory Russian course. That means you will study 1 year Russian language for free. Now here, academic competitions entitling the candidate to admission and exemption from the selection process. Here, you are encouraged to provide information regarding any academic competitions in which you have participated over the past 2 years. Here, they ask you if you have you went through any competition, you have to precise here. You need to write the name of the competition, you need to write the achievement title, so here the year, and you need to upload a proof, whether a certificate or a letter of achievement. So here next, you have to go the academic competition entitling candidate admission and exemption from the selection process. So here the competition is regional, local, or other. So you have to precise it here. Athletic achievements. If you're an athletic, you have some achievements, you can also precise the type of sport, enter the achievement, the year, and you have to upload here something to prove your achievement. Here is the portfolio. This section, you have to provide anything that you think is relevant, can support your application. Then after this, you click save and you go next. So you go next. You come here to submit your documents. So you have to respect these conditions. You have to respect these conditions, the format and the size of your documents. So the first thing here to do is to download this paper, consent to personal data processing. You come here, seal of consent. You click this one, you downloaded it, and you open the file. This paper has two sides, has a version in Russian language and a version in English language. You don't have to touch the version of Russian language just to go directly to the English version of this paper. And you have to sign at the end. You have to put the date and put your signature here. You need to print and sign with a pen. So after this, you have to scan this paper, you have to scan and come here to the application and upload the paper here. Upload the paper with your signature here. So this means this paper, you agree with the condition of the Ministry of Education of Russia. So if you didn't sign that paper, that means you didn't agree with their condition. They will not process your application. So you have to do this paper. Let's see next. Required document for selection, stage 1. I have talked earlier with the stage 1 and stage 2. For now, you don't need to care about the stage 2. Forget about the stage 2. Now just to focus on the stage 1. So the only document you need to provide in stage 1, your passport. You provide the original passport. You don't need to translate any document here. And next, you need your educational degree. That's to say, your certificate, your high school certificate, or your diploma with your transcript. You need to provide them here. Now this is the first stage, and now you don't need to care about the second stage, but I have to explain it. You will read after. The required document for selection for stage 2. Document indicating the result of the screening test. After being accepted in the stage 1, they will give you one document. You have to take that document and upload it here. And after, you need to go through medical certificate, including the absence of hepatitis, tuberculosis. You have to do this screening test and you have to upload the document here. You go to the nearest clinic in your location and you do the test. After, you need to translate it your passport. You need to translate your passport. So you upload the translated passport here in Russian language. After, you need to upload the educational degree, certificate, or diploma. So you upload them here with the transcript. Here, they ask you an essay in Russian or an English language. So when you see here, this document is required when you're applying for a postgraduate. It's not required for bachelor, neither master. It's only for postgraduate, for those who are applying for PhD. And next, you have the negative HIV test. You have to go through the medical test of HIV and to get the negative result to be able to apply. And you have to upload this result here. After here, we have here recommended document. The recommended document is for the both stage 1 and stage 2. If you have any relevant document you think you believe that can support your application, so you can upload it here. First, they say document confirming prior patriot compatriot status. So this one is only for those who are in Russia. So not concerning you. Document confirming knowledge of the Russian language. If you know Russian language, you have a certificate, you can upload it here. Other document, any other certificate, training, volunteering, internship, anything you did, you believe that can support your application, just upload the certificate here. And you need to have a recommendation of letter. This one, okay, how can I say, you need this document if you're applying for a postgraduate. So it's compulsory only for postgraduate. For those who are applying for master and bachelor's degree, you don't need to upload this one, but it's recommended. If you do it, it will support your application more. List of publications. So here you need this document if you're applying for a postgraduate program. If you're applying for for PhD, you need to upload this file also. After, you go through next. And then You come here. So after you come here, so you can see the deadline in your country. The deadline is until January 2025. You still have a lot of time to do the process. After completing all your information, you come here, this section, print application. You print your application. Because now I can print the application because I didn't fill up all the information. So once you do it, you'll print this application, you print that application and you put your signature. So here you got to be careful. You have to be very careful. This is so important for the application process. If you miss this one, that means your application will not be considered. You have to be careful. So I don't have the file now because I didn't complete the application. So once you complete the application, you download, you print the application, you will get 6 to 7 pages. The last page, you have to sign. You have to put your signature. There are two sides of signature. There is one first signature and second also for signature in the last page. So you have to leave the last one, the very last one in the last page. You don't have to touch anything there. That one is for the selection committee. You have to sign in the first part of signature. In the first part of signature, you have to put your signature and your date, and you leave the last part of signature to the selection committee. So after signing there, you have to scan completely that document and you come back here to the application, then you upload the signed file here. So hope it's clear. So if there's anything is not clear, you can just comment down below and I will answer your question point by point. So here they say you upload the file here and then you submit your application. Let's see what they say here. Application deadline for your country. So you can see the application deadline here. Print your application, review it, sign it, then upload a scan of the application and submit it for review. They say now, first you need to print the application, you need to review to check whether everything is correct. If you make any mistake, you can come back and correct your mistake. Then you print again the application. Then you sign in the section that is concerning you. Read the application carefully. Don't just sign like this. Read it carefully. It's in English, translated in Russian and in English. Read it carefully. You don't have to sign in the last section. You have to sign in the first section of the last page. You leave the last section of the last page to the selection committee. Hope it's clear. Now you review, you scan that paper of the application and you submit it for review. You come here, you click upload the file, and then you submit it for review. And then you have to submit the application and you wait for the result of the first selection. Once you have been accepted in the first selection, so you have to go through the second stage of selection after the result of this application process. So this is all about this application process. If you find this video useful, like, comment, and share with your friends, your family, anyone interested in studying abroad for free. Recommend them our channel. We upload here videos about the scholarship. We show process from A to Z to people how to apply by themselves for free. You don't have to pay any agency. You don't have to go through any agency to pay the money to apply for you. You just need to follow the steps and apply by yourself. See you in the next video.